And welcome back, class, to Y Caliber. I'm your guide, Matt, and we are playing DoubleCross with our GM. Oh crap! I almost said the wrong name. Our GM, Steven Siddall.
I've taken over. Everyone died.
Tonight we are also joined by Farrell, who is playing Kasumi Miyazawa. We're joined by Noda, who's playing Yu Sakuraba. Jared playing Kazuya Kusanagi. And we've got other Matt, who is playing Fumihiro Hishikawa. San. Chan.
Hello.
Dono.
Kun.
I'm confused though. I'm seeing double 4 Kazuyas.
They're taking
I'm
over.
trying to fix my token.
He's making new tokens. Don't worry about it. It's all happening behind the curtain.
In fact, the American-style jukebox is playing Foreigner at the moment.
Double vision. So
yes. Last time we invaded a Tempest warehouse and killed everybody horrifically.
Nuh-uh.
Okay. Kazuya managed to non-lethally take them down.
Mm-hmm.
and the cyborg ran away.
And then he blew up an entire boat.
Yes, I did.
A 16th century clipper ship.
I did all of these things.
Yes, so you took out the soldiers, the cyborg black dog over that was with them ran away because he managed to actually be faster than Kazuya, which of course hurt Kazuya's pride.
Cheating.
He's not even Hanuman, he was just black dog.
They got wired reflexes and everything.
Clearly this means he is the cyborg and Kazuya is in fact the adept.
Oh.
Did we then retire to a coffee shop?
This is actually the Royalty Maid Cafe, which is the front for the Akihabara UGM branch.
You live
That's
here
right.
now.
This is the place you hang out and get like really good coffee.
Speaking of,
Excellent. More importantly, in that scene, Yu was able to take the electronic equipment that the soldiers were trying to get back onto board the ship, and was able to read it because, well, Yu is also Black Dog, and they can just kind of touch things that are electronic and read all the data on it. In that data, she was able to find certain emails and other things that linked the Tempest organization to False Hearts, which is the terrorist organization that Eugene is primarily concerned with fighting because False Hearts.
Because you're racist.
Exactly, that must be it.
Blacktail returns.
No!
It's chased us
Suddenly
across
we-
realities.
Now we spend the next 4 hours aimlessly wandering around trying to find him. But yes, False Hearts, it's their intention is to bring overage to the rightful place in society, which basically means that they will be standing on the rest of humanity's neck.
So they're of a mutant brotherhood.
Pretty much. I mean, I'm not even kidding when one of the people who's in False Hearts, his code name is Master Race.
Oh my.
That's not very subtle.
No, not even a little bit. It's also translated as Master Wraith, but we know what's going on there.
A little too close for comfort.
Indeed.
check your privilege.
Careful, we have all sorts of trigger words being set up at this moment.
We have a Zero Act, I think, that's still left over from last week.
Yes,
Yeah, put the pressure on Ko.
I don't think we
Yeah.
do. I'm pretty sure I did that.
it's all on Matt now. Other Matt. So, other Matt.
Yes.
Fumihiro, as I have heard tell, is in fact a legendary assassin within certain circles. At least he's known to be in certain circles. And he's built up his fortune and fame by himself. on his own, lifted his assassin's bootstraps up.
I don't think that's right. I think he's just a harmless food critic.
Ah, I see. Well then, where would the harmless food critic be spending an afternoon?
Probably getting ready to eat some food.
So he's
at his expensive high-rise. Let's go with that.
So he owns an expensive high-rise, huh?
Not the whole thing. That would be ludicrous.
Okay. Does he ever travel with guards or, hang with a posse, as they say?
No, because nobody likes a food critic, let's be honest.
That's true. Kazuya hasn't even met you and he hates you.
If CSI has taught me anything, it's food critics are hated.
It's true. And then they are usually poisoned by someone they are reviewing.
Well, trying to make another token didn't work.
Oh.
That sucks.
Map tool terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
More like map tool.
Good, mine popped up right immediately.
Weird. All right. So, as you're getting ready for heading out for an evening of tasting various foods, probably for free, you hear a knock on the door.
Oh, a knock at the door. That's quite unusual.
As we all know, no one likes food critics. So yes, this is highly unusual.
It is. But, he's got a couple of friends. And maybe he's got a dinner date tonight.
But he just happened to forget.
Okay. He's gonna get up and he's gonna float over to check the door.
Because he never walks anywhere.
It's true. He is above putting his feet onto the floor.
Best simple power ever. All right.
Indeed. So he puts his eye to the peephole to see who's outside.
Well, possibly one of your friends. It's actually Yugo Kiritani.
Who?
Yugo Kiritani is the head of all of the Eugean branch for Japan.
Isn't he like my BFF?
He can be.
Oh, he must be my dinner date. I'm gonna let him in.
Maybe he is. In any case, when you open the door, he seems more serious than usual, which is a feat because he's always serious. He's a purebred Solaris, and he's just this guy that's, well, he inherited the company basically after, I forget his name offhand, Professor Caldwell, who was the original founder of the UGN, basically died in an explosion, mysteriously, 5 years ago. But he took over, Kiritani took over, and since then he's had his hands full. So him showing up personally is actually kind of a surprise. He doesn't have anyone with him, and he just kind of asked if he can come in.
By all means, come on in. What a surprise to see you, sir.
He does enter, and he kind of moves over to a chair, and as he does that, he starts talking about, well, you may not like me after I leave, though.
Oh, I highly doubt that. At which point, Fumihiro peeks his head into the hall, looking back and forth before not at all suspiciously closing the door. He then turns around and floats closer. So, why won't I like you?
Well, assuming you let him sit down anyway, he reaches into his suit jacket and pulls out...
a gun!
Not again.
Every
This is the third time
Friday.
this week.
No, it's actually a, since this is the future, to be like a small kind of like pocket tablet.
A very small gun.
The tablet he flicks open and starts, tap screening and stuff like that to bring up a file, and then he just sets it out for you to see. And essentially, if you look at it, it's apparently a profile on someone, a young girl, about 16 or 17.
Well, incredibly interested after hearing that part. It's terrible. Fumihiro will float it across to him so we can get a better look.
It just seems like a dossier of this young girl, typical Japanese girl, Really nothing that stands out about her, but as you're looking at it, Kiritani speaks up and says, I want you to kill that girl.
Okay.
You're just saving her from becoming a germ.
Maybe. Kiritani
He's still got his eyes down. He's reading the rest of the file to perhaps figure out why this girl needs to be killed, but he really doesn't seem too fussed by it.
Kiritani kind of smiles to himself. Maybe he didn't expect that, but at the same time, maybe he's pleased. Well, he doesn't really offer any further information, and the dossier is kind of basic. It does state that she's a potential overrid. That's one thing about it. But otherwise, there's not a lot of information. It just tells like where she goes to school, where she lives, her age.
Nothing about her syndrome.
She's only a potential overrid. She's not one that's awakened yet.
When I'm done with her.
Oh my.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. Or maybe it does.
But after he finishes the file, he floats it back over and really seems not that fussed by all of this. Seems like just another job to him. He does, however, ask, when do you need this done by?
That's...
I have dinner reservations.
He spreads his hands and says, well, you may need to cancel those. We're not exactly sure as to the timeline, but essentially the sooner the better.
You do know that it took me 3 months on a waiting list to get into this restaurant, right?
Kiritani nods and says, which restaurant?
Well, what other restaurant would it be but Gordon Ramsay?
I don't know. He might have lost another one of his Michelin stars.
Ooh.
Harsh.
Served. You know Ramsey's going to be watching this video later.
So he's the guy who keeps swearing in the comments.
Yeah. I was going to get a comment from like British Chef 69.
A single tear down his craggy face.
If you're Gordon Ramsay, let us know in the comments below.
What's your favorite show of his? He's got like 80. Let us know in the comments.
All right. Well, Kiritani nods again and says, well, as part of your payment, I'll make sure you can get in after the job's done.
Well, that's nice of you, but you'll have to join me for dinner if that's the case.
Well, he does smile at that and says, sure thing. I'll wire the typical amount to your account. Which is probably some ludicrous number that you're probably bending him over the table on, honestly, but he doesn't really care.
He's, you know,
And
he quite
so
enjoys
as far as
getting bent over the
backstory, well, yeah, I don't have the negotiation skill to actually bend him over the table. I spent it all on RC. But I can manipulate gravity to bend him over the table. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. That's after dinner. As far as backstory goes, is there normally any arguing about the price to get Fumihiro to do his job?
I think that's your call.
No, that's your call. You're the GM.
Yes, but I'm empowering you as a player to be partially GM.
Damn. You're all dead.
Passing the buck.
It went straight to my head. I'm sorry. This does, however, seem a little suspicious that there's no back and forth, no attempt to negotiate the rate. Such quick agreements, wow, that's a word, to Fumihiro's terms and conditions, but he's going to roll with it. He's a professional.
All right, good. Since that'll pretty much satisfy Kiritani as to his reasons for being here. Of course, he showed up personally to ask this, so apparently it is a big deal. But other than that, if you're not going to ask any questions, we can end the scene there. Fade to black with a suggestive wink.
Yeah, we really should. I mean, it's like, well, I guess I could ask some questions, but he'll wing it. He's good.
Okay. That is doable then.
Did you roll your encroach for that scene?
No, I forgot about it too. Every scene you enter, other Matt, you will have to roll a 1d10 and add that to your encroach value.
Man, we're just constantly dying.
Your virus is surging within you.
Man, I get the worst of these encroach rolls.
Well, maybe you didn't spend all your time floating around just because you're self-conscious about your height.
Damn.
Someone's calling me, but you guys continue.
Microphone muted.
Now it's time to hijack his show.
So what game would you guys like to see White Caliber play next? There's a few coming out. I don't know what they are, but perhaps you can tell him what to do.
No, we're definitely playing Maid next.
Oh, I meant on
4D
his
dress.
channel. Probably,
all the
tabletop.
comments will be like, "What about Edge of the Empire?" No, we're never playing it.
Never again.
It's not happening.
It's Golden Sky Stories next.
No, it's that one that's like where you like drive around in a wagon all the time. It's like Oregon Trail, the RPG.
Ryutama!
Oh, that one. No, I think Ryutama's the like slice of life medieval fantasy one, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
This is we're
The
just
Oregon
turning
Trail's
into
a different one.
the obscure Japanese tabletop RPG channel.
You found your market niche.
Yeah, and then I was like, hey guys, we're up to 5 viewers.
Tenra Bond show plug. Tenra Bond show plug.
Nah,
Tenra Bancho Zero!
man.
Why you may?
I don't know. It just didn't excite
Microphone activated.
No.
Was that the end of Fumihiro's scene?
Yes, it was.
me. Yes,
Okay, I'll stop recording then.
we tried to hijack your channel, but we weren't very good at it.
Maybe next time, but until then, all the best.